The following program is a production of Naleo TV.
Art and technology is very, very collective of the art history. Why I have to start of the oil painting? Why I start of the sculpture? That's why I want decent technology used for my art. And also, I found interesting things. I look back to the history, such as pyramid or big statue in the Buddha in Japan. This is art. Also, computer science and technology is like my tool for expression of the art. My name is Naoko Tosa. I come from Kyoto, Japan. Contemporary art, usually, contemporary technology used for the art. Computer graphics era, 1980, 1990, such as, interesting software appear, such as, Adobe, Adobe, Photoshop like that, or 3D graphics. But that kind of software usually changing. That's why, I study about computer science and then learn about how to use it, like, such as, pen material for the describe of the art, and then make such kind of this.
So I have known the artist, Naoko Tosa, since about 1991, when she was just a very young experimental artist. And she was one of the many artists that I wrote about in my dissertation in the book that I published in 2012 on the pioneers of digital media art from Japan. She had her work shown in Times Square on the billboards there and at the World Expo in Korea, and projection mapped on the outside of the Art and Science Museum in Singapore. And when she was here in spring of 2021, she asked what museums we had here. And so I brought her to the East Hawaii Cultural Center and introduced her to Andre, and the curator here. He's the head curator. And he was interested in giving her a solo show, but he has to present it to the board. And he said, well, I will present it to the board if you will curate it, meaning me. And I said, yeah, I can curate it. And the other request he had was it had to be concept laden. He didn't want just eye candy. He wanted works with meaning to them. So I chose 3 works because they have deep layers of meaning in them. Yet she has reconceptualized these ideas into the new media art medium that she uses. When I was asked to curate the exhibition, I really thought it would be a great idea to do it as a collaborative exhibition between the university and the East Hawaii Cultural Center. Because the university has an art department, and we do have some pretty major exhibitions for our printmaking program, but they're shown in a room that isn't a dedicated art gallery. It's really a lecture hall. And we've always wanted a nice exhibition space. The East Hawaii Cultural Center has an excellent exhibition space, and it is right in the downtown area of Hilo. And we are working more and more on community outreach. So this was a great opportunity to work together with the East Hawaii Cultural Center to bring this internationally renowned artist here to Hilo.
My new artwork, I almost 10 years working of the computer-based interactive art. I am belong to the new media artist, 21st century's new expression way for the video art or media art, and using Japanese culture.
When I had ideas for this exhibition, I had a vision. And my vision was pretty big, I thought. But no matter how big my vision is, Naoko Tosa's vision is bigger. I said I wanted three projectors in this gallery, 2 projectors in this gallery, 1 projector in this gallery. And of course, Naoko Tosa said, no, 4 projectors in this gallery, 3 projectors in this. So she always has a bigger vision. But neither of our visions would have come to fruition if it wasn't for Matt Baldwin. He is the one who was able to make it all work. And it turns out you just can't have a data projector. It has to be a special kind of a data projector. You have to have a short throw data projector for certain walls. And if it's not, you have to have something to adjust it. And then you have to have special software to make the data projectors all show their films simultaneously from the same CPU.
I saw the many high-speed cameras research, and then I am somehow inspired to me, and then using a high-speed camera for expression about my art. And this kind of images you cannot see your naked eye. This is a shooting by 2,000 frames per second.
So this is the piece that really takes advantage of this gallery space. We're using 4 digital projectors. We're projected on each of the 4 walls. And when Naoko Tosa created this piece, she created it for just this kind of space she has 4 completely different films, but they're played simultaneously. And it's based on a no play, which is a type of Japanese theater that developed in the Muromachi period, 14th, 15th centuries, among the samurai class. So it's sort of a sophisticated, high-class theater for those people in the know. And it's hard for the common people to understand it. It's pretty complicated. It's about 2 characters, a couple, male and female, who met when they were children at the cradle of the well. The title of the play is Izutsu, which is the mouth of the well or the cradle of the well. And they met there when they were children and they played together, and then they were destined to marry and became a couple. But eventually he died, and she would return to the well to dance, to conjure up his spirit so that she could talk to him. in the play, there's a play on this idea of whether they're doing when they're children, and then after when they're adults, and then later talking to the spirits, and then her spirit. So there's these shifting dimensions, because during the play, you're not sure which generation is being portrayed at what time. So it's all about how it's that life isn't always just the here and the now, and it's not always chronological. It has these shifting dimensions between the past and the present, and the past generations and the future generations, and their interactions with one another. So in this piece, you see the no actor, and she recruited a professional no actor in costume, performing the play. And she's projecting her imagery in the background and on the surface of his costume at the same time. And it's done in the interior, parts of it is done in the interior of a temple. You're looking out into the temple's garden. And then parts of it are her own abstract imagery that's being projected. She has the text of the script of the play, and then she has translated it into English. And I think it's important for viewers who come to visit this piece to come and actually sit here and be totally immersed in this play and follow the script and really follow the play. And it's like you're in the play. You're inside of it. The Tale of Heike was a literature that was written in the 13th century after the Genpei civil wars in Japan, a particularly heinous civil war, where the entire imperial clan, the Taira clan, was annihilated at that time. So this bit of prose is about how impermanent life is, and how no matter how powerful one is, they're going to fall in the end, and things are constantly changing. And that's something that the artist really wanted to dwell on in this piece.
汚れるものも久しからんじ。
It says the bells of Gyeonshoja ring. Gyeonshoja is the name of a temple. And they echo the idea of impermanence and that life is impermanent.
ただ春の夜の夢のごとし。
Like the flowers of the beignet tree, which are beautiful flowers that bloom all over the whole tree, but as they begin to deteriorate and fall, it's proof that even the most prosperous will eventually fall and become, the arrogant are annihilated, and they become like debris being pushed before the wind, sometimes translated as dust in the wind, but debris scattered by the wind. So that's what this piece is about.
竹き者もついには滅びぬ。ひとえに風の前の塵に同じ。
Kabuki is a popular form of theater that developed in the Edo period among the merchant class. And the merchant class was the commoners, the lower class in the Edo period. But they became very wealthy and had a lot of leisure time. And so they developed these wonderful art forms like the ukiyo-e woodblock prints and the kabuki theater. Kabuki theater is usually done with very elaborate costumes and wigs and makeup. And then the theater itself has trapdoors and lots of props and special effects. What Naoko Tosa has done in this piece is she recruited a kabuki actor, a professional kabuki actor, and she asked him if he would do the kabuki play, this very, very popular piece of kabuki play, with just his face. No makeup, no wig, nothing. Just express the emotions through his face. the play that's being performed here is called Two Lions, and it's about a father lion and his son. And it is the father's duty or job as a father to test his son for perseverance and stamina. And so he pushes his son into a ravine, and the son has to climb out by himself, and the father can't stop to help him. He loves his son, but he's got to hold his tongue and wait it out with bated breath to make sure his son can climb out of that ravine. It's like a coming of age thing, a test of strength and will. And that's what the emotions are. And so the actor has to convey that, his commitment to being a good father, but his love of his son and his worry at the same time. All that is being shown in the face of the kabuki player. There was just one film, but we wanted to show it with two projectors, and so I suggested we duplicate the film and show it on two walls. And it was our technician, Matt Baldwin, who suggested we mirror one of them. And it turned out really well because there's a certain point in this piece where the face comes out and there's a mirror image of a face, and it's two faces, and it looks like they're looking at each other and interacting with each other.
First, this is a very fast introduction called, Gion Shouja. Usually Japanese high school students maybe junior high school students learn about this kind of things. And it means, everything is moved, changed, not still life in the earth, in the world. I want to describe about these things. That's why I chose to this theme, and then collaborate with calligrapher, and then describe about introductions, calligraphy, story, Gion Shoja, and also interesting things is after put on the white cosmetics, and then adapting to the character. Calligraphy character is kind of Bible of the humans, kind of good saying, and also everything change. It means like a flow. That's why using kind of these kind of water images.
So it was the installation of the show was a lot of work, and I'm really grateful to Matt Baldwin because we couldn't have done it without his help.
And then I hope that in Hawaii people, when look at this kind of artwork, it's kind of maybe more power of the living life. Thank you very much. All of you.
The preceding program was a production of Naleo TV.